and my goal for this video is to show you guys how I try to pick apart a player and how I develop reads on a player in a heads-up situation. We're going to try to make the correct adjustments to beat Kyle and take all his monies. One thing I wanted to say before I get started, or before we get too into the hands, is that where I think we're at with the mind games is that Kyle is actually going to expect me to play tight because he thinks it's expected for me to think that he thinks I'm going to be crazy, therefore I would tighten up. So what I'm actually going to do is just kind of go bananas and be really aggro. And that's how I wanted to play. That's what I was thinking before we started, that would be the best option for me. So I've been 3-betting an absolute ton so far. He's 4-bet one time and I did fold. So I'm going to this 9-8 here. I'm going to, let's see, 9s, 10s, jacks, queens, kings. 5, 6, 7s. I'm going to bet again for value and jam the river, I think. Actually, I think I'm just going to jam right now. I think he might hero call me here. I expect him to 4-bet most of his premiums because I'm going to be 3-betting so much. If he wants a credible 4-bet bluffing game, he's going to have to be 4-betting his premiums as well. And so he's getting curious. I just think with the way I'm about to play against him that I can polarize my range by shoving the turn there into like draws and semi-bluffs or value hands, where if I bet again, I think I look a lot stronger if I were to bet like 2/3 pot. With the ace-10, I think there's enough value to c-bet, and I'll go ahead and call a check raise here. What I'm hoping is that I'll be 3-betting so much that I can 3-bet hands like King Jack for value because he's going to be defending like Jack 10 and stuff. That's kind of where I'm going with this. And I'll probably draw the line right at about King Jack and like Ace 10 or so, and then the suited aces will be a situational thing, whether or not I just feel like it or not. I actually think Kyle has a decent understanding of how I play and how I think about poker because we got to talk quite a bit over the summer about different hands, and I think he has a decent insight to my game and my thought processes. I'm going to kind of avoid the really junky hands for my bluff range since I want to be 3-betting so much. I just want to stick to more value hands since I've been 3-betting like 25-30% so far. With the 6s, I could 3-bet and then go ahead and jam if you 4-bet me. I think I'm just going to call though. And so do I accomplish anything if I lead here? It's probably a board that he'll c-bet too much, so I think I'll go ahead and just check call. A lead may get a call from some hands that he would check behind like ace highs, but he hasn't showed any propensity to check behind too much yet, so I'm going to go ahead and assume he's just going to c-bet too much and try to get that bet out of him. And the turn brings a bunch of gutters. It's an overcard. It's a scare card, so to speak, and it brings a flush draw, so I do expect to get barreled here a lot. And I think Kyle expects me to expect him to barrel, but I don't think that's going to stop him. and I think if we river a brick, he won't bluff me. So I think I'm gonna call fold. So that's as good of a brick as we can get here. And I haven't 3-bet in like 4 hands, so let's turn it up. Okay, so he didn't bluff me on the brick. So I guess like if you're, so he had the open ender with 2 overs. Yeah, he had a ton of equity and just whiffed there. I wish I could explain why I didn't expect him to bluff me. I don't know. That's what level I thought he was on. On the ace jack, I'm gonna have to jam if he 4-bets me. I think it's too strong. Too strong to fold, and flatting at 100 big blinds is no good. 8-6-8. I think I'm just gonna go for a delayed c-bet. Let's see. King 10. The King 10, I have some options. I think I like. It's close between like check raise and check call. I was gonna bet the turn with 10 jack. I'll just give it up. And here on the turn, I think I'm just going to bet twice. I'm gonna try to get him off of a 7 and 8, smaller pair, ace high type hand. And so Kyle did not c-bet a fairly coordinated board and just gave the pot up, so that's fine. With the King 3, we'll go ahead and take a c-bet and see how he responds. If he check raises, he's not really repping much. It's kind of obvious if I make a 3-bet. I don't think there's too many hands he's actually going to jam on me. I think I'm just going to fold this one and be good for the time being. Try to figure out a little bit more about how he's playing before I do anything too wild. My heads up HUD is VPIP, preflop raise, 3-bet. The 75 is hand sample. And then these ones on the bottom, I'm not so sure about. I have some numbers on my HUD that I don't know how to use. Looks like they're probably some sort of like re-raise pot c-bet stuff. I won't be using those for this video. 9s is a good easy value 3-bet for me right now. He's not really calling my 3-bets all too often though, which is I'm not sure how I feel about it. At this point. I think it's good for me if I'm 3-betting a ton and he's never flatting. So easy sticking with the 9s. He's probably gonna fold a lot. I mean, I guess he's doing a good job by saying that my adjustment's going to be to 4-bet you a lot and to fold. So he's not playing marginal hands without the initiative, which I kind of wish he was, because I think I excel in that. With the Jack 4, I just decided to give up. So he floated ace high, which is reasonable. With ace queen, I'll just peel another card and play a little bluff catcher, and I'll just take it straight to showdown. Deuces.